are gone. They're absolutely wide.
All right, fight enthusiasts, let's talk about the wild ride that is the story of Nick Diaz. This guy, the Stockton bad boy, is a true enigma in the MMA world. We've witnessed the rise, the fall, and everything in between. But one element that's been a constant companion on this journey is Nick's relationship with marijuana. Now, I've got to say, the Mary Jane saga with Diaz has been as turbulent as a first-round exchange between two heavyweights. First, let's break down the rise of Nick Diaz. This dude burst onto the scene with a kind of tenacity that makes fight fans salivate. His in-your-face style, the Stockton slap, and that relentless pace. It was like watching a hurricane in human form. Diaz became a fan favorite, a symbol of the gritty, no-nonsense attitude that defines the 209. His fights were gritty, real, and undeniably captivating. But oh man, with great highs come tumultuous lows. The fall of Nick Diaz wasn't just about the cage. It spilled over into his personal life. Suspensions, missed tests, and a whole lot of drama began to overshadow the fighter we knew and loved. And in the midst of this, there was that sticky issue, marijuana. Diaz found himself in hot water, facing suspensions and controversies related to his use of the green stuff. Now let's address the elephant in the room, the problems with marijuana in the world of professional fighting. Look, I'm a big advocate for personal freedom, and I think the archaic views on cannabis need to be revisited. But in the current landscape of combat sports, rules are rules, and athletes have to navigate within those lines. Nick Diaz, being the rebel that he is, stood firm on his stance regarding marijuana. While the world was evolving in its perception of the herb, the athletic commissions seemed stuck in a time warp. It's a tricky situation. On one hand, you've got a fighter who believes in the benefits of cannabis for recovery and relaxation. On the other, you've got a system that doesn't quite get it. And then, the comeback. Nick Diaz made a triumphant return to the octagon, and fans were hyped. But just like his career, the comeback had its shadows. The fight against Robbie Lawler was a mix of nostalgia and confusion. It ended with a strange vibe, leaving us wondering if Nick Diaz, the warrior we remembered, was truly back, or if he was caught in a time warp. So where does this leave us? In a haze. My friends, both literally and metaphorically, the rise and fall of Nick Diaz is a tale of resilience and rebellion, but it's also a story intertwined with a plant that's at the center of a societal shift in perception. The problems with marijuana in sports are complex. We're in an era where science is catching up with tradition, and attitudes are shifting. It's time for a serious conversation about how we approach cannabis in the world of professional fighting. The medicinal benefits, the cultural shift, these are factors that need to be considered when athletes like Nick Diaz find themselves in the crosshairs of outdated regulations. In the end, whether you're a Diaz fan or not, one thing is certain: the story of Nick Diaz is far from over. The rise, the fall, and the cannabis conundrum continue to be part of this fighter's narrative. As we navigate through the haze, one can't help but wonder how the world of MMA will evolve in its understanding of marijuana, and how fighters like Nick Diaz will be remembered in this ever-changing landscape. What do you think of the great Nick Diaz? If it were not for the drama, what do you think his legacy could have been? If you like this video, watch this next one.